let's explain now the concept of a controller. Uh, so let's remind ourselves that uh, the major role of a controller is to generate a response. Why generate a response? Because controller are handling incoming requests. So through the web, the HTTP protocol, a controller can accept incoming request, handle that request, and after that, woof, generate the response for us. Okay, so let's open the page of routes. Okay, routes, web routes. Now our incoming requests are handled directly inside our anonymous function, this closure. You see this closure function now playing the role of a controller. So let's, for example, let's open another terminal. Let's PHP artisan route list. Okay, here if you notice it here, the action here, the action is all our logic and our incoming request is handled by this closure now. So for example, what to do if our application get bigger and bigger and bigger, we need something more robust to arrange our code. So, and this is the and this thing is the controller. We need a controller, for example, if we want to manage our request for a specific user. So we need to create a class for that user. So this class holds all the functionality to handle all the functionality and the requests for this user. So let's create our first controller. Let's clear all of this. So here let's check, for example, our PHP artisan, all our commands. So we have here command for example, for make here, this for create a bootstrap code. Here, for example, make a controller, this one. Okay, create a new controller class. By the way, all our controller class will be generated here inside HTTP controllers. Okay, so don't worry, we will do that. So PHP artisan make controller. After that, pass the name of our controller. Let's name it home controller. Okay, so notice here, if we close this, notice here inside the directory controller, we press here enter, and up our first controller is generated. So let's minimize this one. Okay, let's check here, giving you the namespace of the controller, the class controllers. So here use eliminate HTTP request for to handle the request, all your requests. Um, as you can see here, our generated the controller, it's extend the controller. This class controller, the base class controller, gives you your generated controller much more functionality to use it. Okay. So let's now create our first action inside our controller. What is action? Actions are a method inside our controller. So here, for example, here we will replace the logic here. For example, let's check here. For example, for the contact page and about page, instead of creating a closure or to handle the request, let's create a controller to handle our requests inside controller and about page. But before that, let's return to get to allow us to use the function get allow us to use the controller as a second parameter. So here contact and about. Okay, here let's create action for contact and action for about. Okay, create about action public function about. Okay, and for contact okay, for the first one let's return now a view. So here return a view for the about view. Let's here check the name of the file under resources view or page. So page about. The name of the file. Okay, and here the same return view of the contact page.contact. But here inside our change it to get routes, here we keep this portion like this, but the second parameter get changed. Instead of the name of the file, we change to an array. This array will hold the name of the controller, home controller. Okay, home controller 2.2 class, and as a second parameter, the name of the action. Which action here? The action of contact. Okay, the same, just copy, but the function of about. Okay, let's check now. Let's open about. What's the problem? Eliminate tag class control. The home controller does not exist. Why the home controller is not exist? Because here we have to import the home controller. Okay, how to import it? Just here and import class, and here will be imported, and our web.php file now aware about this class. So let's check now here. Yes, the about content and the contact. Okay, here login. Yes, because we here in previous lecture we add a middleware, but if we for example this middleware, if we remove it, now the contact will work. Okay, let's get back our middleware. Okay, another thing, let's check let's check the route list. PHP artisan route list. Okay, our route list now will indicate that the contact and the about page are handled now through a controller and no more for a closure. Okay, so in this lecture we explain the role of a controller. So I hope this will help you to understand controllers in Laravel. If you like the video, please like, share and subscribe. Bye.